My wife and I were just talking a couple of minutes about working dogs, specifically German Shepherds, Malinois, because we got in this conversation and we started talking about the movies that elevated these breeds over the years. You know, you've got movies like Max, Canine Cop, and other TV shows where they make these working dogs look really really awesome, really amazing. If if a person who doesn't have a lot of experience with dogs, let alone with that specific breed, they look at these movies, they feel inclined to to get those dogs for the qualities that they expect based on the shows or movies that they've seen, not based on their experience and knowledge and the research that they've done. That's not normally how people operate. Now, a responsible person, a responsible owner, will do their research. They'll look at the breed. They'll talk to people that own that breed. They'll go in forums. They'll go in groups and try to get as much information as they can before they get the breed. Whereas you got people who don't do that. They look at a movie and they go, "Wow, German Shepherds, Malinois, they look like really awesome dogs. I want a dog to find me when I'm lost." Stupid stuff like that. And they go, "I want to get a dog like that." And their only research is the movie that they just watched. Now, why I went into a little bit of that rant just now was because I remember having this guy who called me. He never was a client. He was inquiring. He was asking me questions. This was a while ago. He told me he had two German Shepherds that he bought or adopted or got. I don't remember the whole detail. But there were two German Shepherds that were very aggressive German Shepherds that he had. And he called me because he needed help with these dogs. So as I'm talking to him, he's telling me that he was a police officer. So he wanted a dog because he saw, police officers that had dogs, the handlers. And that was kind of one of the reasons that he got these dogs. He just wanted the same qualities that he saw on these handlers dogs. But it wasn't the case. So on top of these dogs not having the temperament that he expected, he would take these dogs to the dog park, and they were a wreck. They were aggressive towards people. They were aggressive towards dogs. I don't remember if there were bites involved. There may have been bites involved with either dogs or people. And as I'm talking to him, I asked him, what are his goals? And he told me that I want these dogs to be really well behaved, which is achievable. I'm not saying that can't happen, but he was setting the expectation a little bit too high. He was saying, I want these dogs to be like service dogs. Not that he wanted a service dog. That's an entirely different video that I'm gonna make later. But he was like, I want these dogs to be like model citizens. I want to be able to take them anywhere, take them to the dog park, take them to people, and do this and that. That's kind of the dog that I want. And I remember thinking, well, why didn't you get those dogs then? You get a dog that has all these crazy tendencies, that has a lot of drive. I never met the dogs myself, so I can't tell you my assessment of the dog's temperaments. But people do that. People get a dog with minimal research. They just get a dog based on the looks, based on what they think this dog should be like, what their temperament or personality should be. And when it doesn't turn out that way, they get mad, and then they go, I want my dog to be like that. I want it to fit that mold. And it doesn't happen. Why I started talking about the movies is because that's one of the things that happens when these movies come out. People go, oh, Lassie, I want to get that type of dog. Oh, no, German Shepherds, I want to get that type of dog. There are so many TV shows and movies where German Shepherds are the main character. And now you're starting to see movies with Malinois starting to come out. And so all these ignorant people that are not willing to do their research, are not willing to look into it, they go, oh, well, I want a dog like that. I want a dog like Max that will do all these things that are incredibly unlikely.